Welcome, hello, greetings, be happy guys, because this is going to be amazing. You can see right now we've got a hi, happy face from Duckload-WhiteRa as he's going to be going up against imbaLoWeLy. This is going to be a very interesting game. imbaLoWeLy is a really strong Zerg player, and everybody knows WhiteRa. He is amazing. Duckload-WhiteRa, he is definitely one of the best Protosses in the world. Ukrainian superstar that's gone off and beaten Slayer's Boxer in StarCraft 1. He has done so much. He's been a pro gamer his entire life. He's traveled to Korea to beat. Okay, let me just emphasize how crazy it is to beat Slayer's Boxer in StarCraft Brood War. Boxer is arguably the best player of all time in Brood War. There's also all the other big guys that are out there, like I Love Uv, you got Jaedong, Flash, all the big names. Boxer is up there. He's definitely the most famous, and you don't beat Koreans in Brood War on TV as a foreigner. That just doesn't happen. A few people can sort of do it at times, but in all honesty, WhiteRa is unheard ofly good to be able to do that against Slayer's Boxer in Boxer's prime. So, never underestimate WhiteRa. That's all I'm going to say. He is incredibly awesome. He's impeccable with his play. So while I start gushing over how good WhiteRa is, let's actually look at what's going on in the game as WhiteRa is doing his good old gateway, not at the choke. That's something that he does, and then just uses the next two gateways to go ahead and cover the choke, while imbaLoWeLy is just doing his normal thing where you get the spawning pool, and then his hatch is going to be coming up fairly soon as well. So now we're going to go ahead and see exactly what's happening to these guys. WhiteRa's doing everything normally. There is his next pylon. I've always surmised that the reason that he does this is for actually defending against early pools. Just make it easier so everything's more condensed. His pros don't have to run all the way across his entire base to do this, and he still can get out the wall off in time, even for some types of play from Zerg where they want to do pressure. And it could also coax the Zerg to go ahead and get out a bunch of Zerglings earlier on. The early Zerglings would then hurt the economy of Zerg, and not really of WhiteRa, because WhiteRa doesn't matter, but imbaLoWeLy is still only on one base right now. WhiteRa has prevented him from getting out this base because of the fact that he has the threat of that early probe, but loWeLy has gone off and gotten 6 Zerglings. He wants to put some early damage. Now we're going to test this wall off against early pools, but there's going to be a Zealot on the field. It's really going to help this out. This is a great test to see about WhiteRa's little gateway early game position shenanigans, and to see if I'm correct, because I am just guessing when I say that stuff. Like, I just assume that what I'm saying sounds approximately correct, but WhiteRa is still going to go ahead and get the scouting off with that probe as he runs in, and now we're going to watch him try and control these the Lings to go ahead and try and defend. And oh my god, WhiteRa managed to save that probe. That should get targeted down by loWeLy, but WhiteRa is controlling this Zealot impeccably during all of this. He's getting hits off, but there's going to be a target off of something, though Stalker's out. And I think WhiteRa's taking a single probe loss. You can see loWeLy, oh, there's the one probe that is going to get lost. You can see that. Oh, he's actually killed off 2, but one I think was actually down here, the other one in the base. So WhiteRa defended that amazingly well. There is this other probe for scouting information. He's actually gone off and seen the hatchery going down and everything. So while WhiteRa's getting attacked, you could probably just retreat this and survive. And yeah, retreat with this, not retreat this. It's kind of a weird way to put it, but WhiteRa damaged a lot of early economy by actually getting loWeLy to go ahead and push out with all those Lings. Losing 6 Lings to kill 1 probe this early on, those 6 Lings could have been 3 drones, and that is a clear win for WhiteRa. You can see the probe count is different. Actually, never mind, it's just now even. No, never mind, it's back to 1 difference. Never mind, it's back to even. So while I look like a fool, a wish-washy fool, WhiteRa's now ahead in the worker count. That does not happen generally. I could credit that to loWeLy trying to do economic damage because of the lack of wall-off from WhiteRa. But there's the Evo chamber. We can see loWeLy's working on getting out his metabolic boost. Looking down here, he's just now finished his hatchery. So he's going to be on 2 bases now. WhiteRa, though, he's now got 3 guys, but there's no wall off at all. Let's go ahead and we're going to get his Nexus out. This might just be because of the fact that this expansion means that he doesn't need a wall from here. Might just want to get a forge, use some cannons, and wall down here. I'm just guessing. I've never seen somebody just never wall off at the front. WhiteRa usually uses his 2nd and 3rd gates to do that, but that's clearly not the case right now. So I am actually at a loss for what's going on, as he is proving to be even more abnormal than you would actually expect from WhiteRa. He does a lot of crazy things, and it looks like it's actually working for him. He's done a lot of damage. He's actually ahead in the food count against loWeLy. I'm impressed, to say the least. And there's a forge. Okay, so he will be using forge and cannons down here, but he hasn't actually thrown down any buildings over here that actually fit anything but a pylon, or maybe a cannon in this little area. But right now, Lola's been annoying, darting around with his Zerglings, and to be very, very active. But WhiteRa is really handling this impeccably well. As stalkers are coming out, mainly sentries are his forces. He doesn't have a very large army, but it's still ahead of lowly. We can see that he's barely behind in the working count, 28 to 30, and he's got actually a stronger army than lowly does. Lowly's working on getting out his lair. He's taking it really quickly. A Bailey Nest is going down as well, so he's going for a lot of stuff pretty early on. He might be going for some kind of delayed Baneling bust. He's got a lot of gas in the bank. He's got enough to get a solid 8 Banelings right now. The Baneling Nest is about to finish. He'll be able to probably even get 9, 10, maybe even 11. But that could do a lot of damage if he can get in. But if WhiteRa can actually land a few force fields, those lings will do no damage whatsoever. But there is the Photon Cannon. There is Robo going down. So WhiteRa will have detection in the case of any roaches that are going to come in. You can see he actually has not seen the base for a while. He's got to be prepared for that just to make sure he doesn't die. So now all these pylons are down here, some more for vision, get more cannons out, but WhiteRa is really going to be in an interesting spot. He's kind of forced to be passive right now. As you can see, lowly is just we're going to get out more drones, but a lot of lings are coming out as well. 5 drones, 6 lings. The +1 melee attacks is really going to help the ling DPS. As you see, WhiteRa is just now working getting out his +1 attack. If lings are going to be the main army force for lowly, then he's going to be in a little bit of a bad spot because he doesn't have any carapace upgrades, and WhiteRa's working already on getting the attack. So now all these lings still trying to be active. Down here, creep is being spread. Lowly doesn't have a ton of creep actually spread already, but there's infestation getting pathogen glands and a macro hatch. So he actually hasn't connected his 2 bases, but he will once this hatchery goes ahead and spreads creep in this area. So that's kind of a weird thing that the top level Zerg is not connecting his bases with creep until a macro hatchery. Seems like he was forced to be a little bit out of his element when he tried to attack WhiteRa earlier on after scouting the lack of a wall off. But running around with all these lings, doing a good job of scouting. You can see that he doesn't have anywhere else queued up, but he's just checking for everything. And there is the queue, scouting every single base from WhiteRa. You can watch as that is going everywhere. But the issue is WhiteRa's pushing out. So no more drones gonna happen for a second. Lowly is still only 3 ahead in drones. WhiteRa's economy is amazing, and he's gonna move in with an observer to start taking out these creep tumors. But lowly has got a lot of spine crawlers down here. Where is his army? Oh, there he is down here, working on getting a lot of Banelings out right now. So there's WhiteRa going to push in. Going to get completely surrounded by all those lings, but good force fields. Solid positioning on those, but the Banelings are going to have a full-on easy way to walk in there and just start splash damaging everything. Look at the health of WhiteRa's units. They are so low. Fungal Growth is going to start to kill off a few of these guys, and WhiteRa is not dead yet. But yeah, there he is. Now he's got an immortal. Oh no, he might lose all of these units. He got to pull back, use the choke of that pylon, but he's not going to be able to go in time. He's going to lose this immortal. He's got a guaranteed loss on that. He's trying to warp in some zealots down here to deal with these lings. Once he does, that'll help him alive. He's got the +1 attack, but as of right now, WhiteRa's going to lose his entire army. Lowly just came out so far ahead on that battle. Wow. That hurt WhiteRa a lot, especially investing those couple guys as well in that attack. You can see that these infestors have 4 kills, 6 kills between them. That's a lot of powerful infestors with the fungal growth. But now WhiteRa is at a very, very, very rough spot. The Baneling hits did so much damage to everything, but oh no! Sacrificial Sentry! Oh, WhiteRa cannot afford that. That is a very big loss. He needs those force shields, needs the capabilities of guardian shields, needs just the micro opportunities that those guys give. You can see him pushing out a lot now with these zealots. They do have the +1 attack, but lowly has a lot of Zergans out with the +2 attack. They're doing a lot of damage. No carapace yet, but now there is an immortal down here going back to the units. Look at WhiteRa just completely walled off this area, forcing the Zergs in this choke. But there's going to be those infestors going to be able to fungal growth everything if they really want to. The problem is they are going to go ahead and taking hits by the zealots. Oh my god, zealots are getting hit, but lings are running around over here. infestors are falling to zealots. That shouldn't happen. WhiteRa even target firing infestors, 1 zealot to each, but these lings are still running around doing a lot of damage. They're actually wasting those zealots very, very quickly. But these sentries, one is going to go, never mind, one's not going to go down. But still, Lowly has these lings still alive. And that is pesky to deal with. WhiteRa has lost a few of those workers. Yep, he's killed. He's lost 8, killed nothing. But Templar Archons is out. We could be seeing Archons. Archons would be a beautiful unit to make right now. There we have 2 High Templar that have been morphed. Lowly's now we're going to get out his 3rd base. It's almost done. We're seeing a lot more lings running around, going to be as active as they can with these infestors. These High Templar are still not, they're not, oh no, they might get sniped, but they're not gonna be. These guys are actually not Archons yet. So some more Zealots coming in. Zealot Archon is a beautiful army composition, but right now, Lowly is trying to still run around. This is a very, very Zergling Death army from, very much a Zergling Death army from WhiteRa, but still, no Archon. He's getting a DT Shrine, so Dark Shrine is going to allow for a lot of harassment. WhiteRa is still only on 2 bases. This is a very interesting play from WhiteRa. He's got actually enough probes to almost saturate his base, but not quite. His income is definitely behind, especially as Lowly is about to have this base up. WhiteRa has seen it. He's got his observer over everything, but the income's going to spike up in favor of Lowly once these guys really start mining. Interestingly enough, he hasn't gotten his extractors yet. But right now we're seeing WhiteRa pushing out. He's got a lot of zealots and sentries in that mix. So looking over here, he's still working, just getting Templar. He's just biding energy, I guess. Still no Sidestorm. I wonder if he actually thinks he's researched Sidestorm yet. But there we go. Finally start working on getting out this next base. He needs it. This is a pretty late 3rd base for WhiteRa. He needs to defend this with all his heart. Otherwise, he's going to be in a terrible spot. So all of these guys are here. 8 Zealots. You can see the army for WhiteRa is not bad. It's 12 Zealots, an Immortal, 5 Sentries, and 4 Templar, but he's only just now working on getting Sidestorm, so it's going to be a late Sidestorm. He'll have a lot of energy. He's really focused on killing Zerg into his army composition, but, okay, here we go, moving and attacking. You see Lowly still has no carapace. These Zealots are taking a lot of damage, but they're dealing even more. They got the +2 attack themselves, so every single ling is going to fall. Is it going to be, oh, it's going to be so close. Wow, that Zealot's 11 health left. Barely a good move from WhiteRa. He's got a lot of units down here trying to just control that area, but Lowly can easily just run around over there and deal as much damage as he possibly can. Looking down here, we've got Hive is out. We've got this +3 melee attacks being researched, and Adrenal Glands. This is so good. Zerg's going to deal damage a lot faster with that, as they're going to run around and hit this base. WhiteRa needs to hold position inside the choke. Oh, he's not going to be able to do that, though. This probe is going to fall. All these units there. Oh, WhiteRa, beautiful force fields, but he knows he's going to have to deal with these guys. The Sidestorm's not done yet, but these Templar are being seen by all those lings, and some more good force fields going to deal a lot of damage. Lings do fall. So good stuff from WhiteRa, but he's behind 40 food against a very scrappy army. This is the kind of army you want to see when a Zerg has lower economy than the Protoss, trying to dart around and deal damage, get back in the game with harassment, but Lowly has so much of it, he's going to be able to do a ton of damage. And actually, Ultras are on the way. Where is the Ultras, Kevin? There it is. Getting its kite and its plating. Oh, wow. It's going to be a lot of difficulty for WhiteRa. We can see that creep timbers are being spread in a good, efficient manner, but they're really not that far across the map. Lowly's focusing a lot more on other things as opposed to the spreading with the creep. Charge is being researched from WhiteRa, so we're going to be able to get charge lots along with Templar and everything. It's going to be a really interesting move. A lot of people emphasize Blink over Charge in PvZ. I know I do. I love a huge, massive Blink Stalkers. They are very strong and keep them alive forever. But WhiteRa is using Zealots instead. And oh, DT harass going in. So WhiteRa is doing a little bit of shenanigans with the DTs, but still, notice he's killed no drones. He's basically did it as a scouting DT. Weirdly enough, and still no Archons too. You can see his armor composition is showing 0 Archons, just 5 Templar are out. They should have enough energy for pretty much every single Sidestorm they could ever hope to have, as in they are max energy at 200 for these guys, and they're all up very quickly. Oh wait, 186 and 167, so not quite, but still, everyone has 2 storms, and that is a lot of damage. Overlords are here, pooping some creep on top of the possible expansions, and there's a link over here at this possible base as well. So WhiteRa now has 6 Templar. This one is new. You can see it just popped in, 58 energy. You can see let's see the income for a second is actually now even. It's pretty much dead even. These guys have almost exact same workers, exact same bases, except for the fact that loWeLy has this one. So loWeLy, they have a little bit of a lead in the mineral income, but he doesn't. He's somehow not that ahead in the mineral income, which is odd because WhiteRa only has these 2 bases. For some reason, he's got like a mineral hack or something, because that is, oh, he's still got his main. I thought he'd be mined out by his main by now, but that's not going to be the case. But he's about to basically be as this drop of lings with adrenal glands is going to do a ton of damage. We're going to watch as these probes go ahead and die. All of them will, there's no way we're going to be able to save these guys. There's the probe count plummeting now from even to being down 16. You can see this, they're doing so much damage so quickly. All these lings, okay, there are Archons. Finally, Archons are in the mix, so it's going to really help deal with this damage. And it looks like loWeLy's just going to retreat after getting all of these lings inside of these, or most of them inside, so a couple of them do die, but not a ton of losses for loWeLy. He's actually a max food count, so to be able to do that makes perfect sense. So this is really good stuff, really good play, solid, safe play from loWeLy. He's going to move around and do as much as he can. WhiteRa's army is slowly getting bigger. Alright, so now, it's going to move in, as their Ultras now in the mix do a lot of damage. There is an Immortal going to help do a lot of damage to the Ultras, feedbacking all those, oh my god, huge amount of feedbacks on all this Sidestorm everywhere. Templar are being beautiful, and what? That was a crazy engagement from WhiteRa. Perfect feedbacks. A lot of the army strength was actually in those infestors. The Ultras got wrecked by the Immortals, and WhiteRa's Archons did amazingly well. Their Sidestorms destroyed all those lings. That was incredibly impressive, but here's that drop coming in once again from imbaLoWeLy. That's going to do so much damage. Wow. Yeah, so I'm kind of taken aback at how well WhiteRa's army just did. As these guys are going to come in, probably take out this base. loWeLy's continuing to do a lot of damage, but there's a single DT cleaning this up. 16 kills. This is probably like the most defensive DT I've ever seen. A lone DT taking out a huge ling drop. In the meantime, WhiteRa is indeed taking out this expansion. Looks like the Broodlings actually managed to take out that, oh my god, 3-2 Broodlings. This is a ton of damage. loWeLy is really emphasizing these melee attackers. There are a lot of units in there. Are there any Archons? I mean, not really Templar. There's no Templar. It's all Archons and Lings. But it looks like loWeLy is going to drop a Banelings on top of these guys. That's going to do a lot of damage. The choke is being controlled by WhiteRa. He's got all of these Banelings going to snack into the Immortals. Immortals are destroying these units. Oh my god, look at this. But there's Neural Parasite. These guys need to be killed off. But DTs are now in the mix as well. So this, oh my god, those Immortals are going to start attacking each other finally, but they're going to destroy these guys before they die. Fungal growth, but with the shields, these guys will not even take any hull damage after this guy loses 9 health. So loWeLy might go ahead and lose this expansion now that these guys are there, but there are all of those lings can go ahead and get hit. The Queen is not armored though, so Immortals do not do extra damage to it. They're going to damage as much as they can. They're actually targeting the Spore Crawler. A very smart move, but WhiteRa can't kill it, so DT's army is forced to retreat. But once again, these Overlords are still alive. They're literally just pooping creep inside base of WhiteRa. But now in here, a lot of charge lots are coming in to deal as much damage as they can. I think there's still only 2 carapace. WhiteRa has the +3 attack, so Zealots will still kill all of those all those everythings within Lings. There we go, Lings in 2 instead of 3. But there you go. WhiteRa's gonna start attacking these guys. loWeLy's getting caught up. Oh, can you imagine a Sidestorm on all of these Lings? That'll be huge. But here's this DT doing a lot of damage, 5 kills. It's not hitting the Ultralist, but there is the Overseer. The DT falls almost instantaneously. Another drop coming in, including a single Ultra. So the 7 goes down. That'll be actually a pretty big deal. He needs no Stalkers, no Sentries, nothing along those lines. And an Overseer is there as well, so a DT can't even defend that alone. But looks like goodbye to that upgrade from WhiteRa. He's now still only has the +1 armor. It's actually rather low. It's focusing a lot more on the DPS side of his units. trying to get the good ratios of killing against the armor of the Lings. But this Ultra still doesn't have the 5th thing of armor. I mean, he's going to have 6 armor once he do that, but a single Ling or 2 Lings are taking out these units so quickly. I was building so quickly. Whereas now about to lose his 4th that he has. Oh no! All these Lings are running around doing so much damage. Don't underestimate the don't. That's terrible English, but you should never underestimate the power of the Dream Clans for Lings. It is so much DPS. We're gonna see that this is the evaporation of an Archon. I mean, Grant didn't have any shields left, but still, that's just crazy. Archons are not supposed to die like that. Archon's trying to be as scrappy as he can. He's killed bases down here, but this one is still mining. Income's actually in favor of WhiteRa. He still has full saturation of that base. A few patches in these guys, but if he just boxed out like 16 of those guys, just send them over here, he'd have more income, and that could help him so much indeed. But running around here, these guys are being as active as they can. Hive Tech is still what's being used by Lowly. Just in Ultras are doing a lot of damage. The Evo Chamber is still not getting this +3 carapace, which is really surprising. WhiteRa's doing a ton of damage, well, as much as he can at the moment. He's got all of these DTs just sitting there. DTs are so good. You can see 2 kills on this guy. The other guys have kills. This guy's got 0. So it looks like there's actually not that many kills on. So very few total kills. Alright, so now these guys are from around. Lobby still has all of these Lings, I mean 2 Lings, but these Lings have 2 kills between them, so sure you don't see a high count of kills on Lings, but Lobby's been so good, they've gotten so kills on the whole, but oh no. He's doing so well with moving around with Overseers, but if those Overseers got feedback, that would be huge, but looks like WhiteRa can't afford to do much in terms of High Templar. He's got a couple out, but not really that many. 3. He's focusing more on Archons with the Templar and going Zealot Archon. I mean, it's a great composition just in terms of money. You spend all your gas on the High Templar and all your minerals on the Zealots, and that will take you to 0-0. But we're going to see a big drop from this single Overlord. Not really a big drop, but a drop. And now WhiteRa's going to have to be careful of this space. He's got no defenses over here. It's just simple amounts of probes, and that is it. As he's moving his entire army down here, and there is this drop with a single Ultra and 8 Lings. This will do a fair bit of damage. So WhiteRa's moving, he's got all of these guys. There is this huge attack. Psystorm over everything. Banelings do explode. Great Storm, but there is the General Parasite, not going to really do much. Great feedbacks on these on this. Wow, counts of infestors. That's a huge amount of infestors. So very many. This is almost a purely infestor army. It's actually working. It's endlessly fungal growthing. The Archon's being stopped. Wow, so the guys are taking some damage, but more fungal growths manages to kill off. Oh my god, multiple Immortals, High Templar, and everything being killed by fungal growth. Oh, Lowly, can you not do any more fungal growthing on these guys? Because if you get one more, you'd kill both of them, I think. But, oh, DTs. Oh, DTs, that is bad. Oh my god. I'm so caught off guard by just the count of infestors that are just dying. But there are all these guys down here. Ultras is actually taking a lot of damage. Some more infestors being chased by these DTs. 5 kills on that DT, 6 kills on this DT. Zealots are running around, going to do a lot of damage. DT over here's got 7 kills. Just so many kills, such a high kill count. You can see that the units lost had it's basically even in terms of resources, but look at how many units have been lost by how Lowly 550. He's had to make so many. You can see down here WhiteRa did manage to save this base somehow. I wish I had done that instead of just staring at the infestors as they died. Oh, wow. But now, all of these probes are idle over here. You can see, never mind, WhiteRa heard me through space and time, but there is the going to go ahead and dying of that attempt at harassing. WhiteRa's actually managed to kill some workers now. 16 have been killed by him, but so many more by Lowly. WhiteRa's probably actually had to make more probes than Lowly's had to make drones in this game, but notice no one's been able to take the gold expansions. I believe that the rocks are even still alive. These guys are going to split, and WhiteRa never even got to mine out his main base. There are still some mineral patches there. This is completely mined down, including the assimilators. WhiteRa's got 4 guys, 3 guys in this. Finally saturated over here back at his base once more, but loweLy is still ahead. loweLy's had this base and this base for longer and saturated better, so those got more of those drones, which are helping out a lot. Looks like it might be working on doing another drop into WhiteRa's 4th base. You can see that this Nexus has got very low amount of what's it called? Shields. There we go, shields. I'm kind of just caught in awe of how awesome this game is, but there are all of these zealots who come in here feedbacking on that overseer. That's a nice little trick. But there are these, oh my god, the ultras evaporating these guys, and the Archons being made. This Immortal is doing a ton of damage. You can see that loweLy picked up that ultra once more. Doesn't want it to die. Same thing happened with this ultra down here. This one's even farther in the red than this one, so good save from WhiteRa and from loweLy in their varying respects. But I just want to note how few stalkers have been made by WhiteRa. I wish there was actually a way to see how many of each unit have been made, but WhiteRa has gone mainly charge lots. I don't even know if he ever researched Blink. He hasn't. No Blink. WhiteRa is having a no Blink PvZ. That's so uncharacteristic of the matchup lately. It's quite fascinating to see. Forge is coming back. Looks like WhiteRa's going to finally continue getting upgrades. Stop with the +1 armor. Work on more, but very nice. loweLy's going to try and work on finally get out that. Wow, Lings just deal so much damage so quickly with the Adrenal Clans, and then the observers here scouting the fact that loweLy wants that gold. The odd thing enough is that this is actually a safe base to take. WhiteRa's forces are concentrated down here because these are the bases he has to protect. This base is just here for tech and the fact that he needs to get out Immortals. So he's not really using this as a staging of attack. He can if he wants to, but he's got more worried about these and counterattacks. If he attacks left, the counterattacks will be deadly. But here comes a drop. Broodlords are in here too. loweLy's had out there for a while, but hasn't seen Broodlords quite yet. So now there it is. Templar are down there, where you can see Sidestorm on these Broodlords most likely. But there are finally Stalkers are being made. The first Stalkers in so long. Wow. But there's going to be attack from one Broodlord going down, but the Broodlords have no air upgrades, so they're going to be very vulnerable. Oh, WhiteRa, if he had Blink, but he does not. So it's going to take a lot of damage, but if he can get a Sidestorm just to nick the edge of this Broodlord, it will die. But there is WhiteRa with these Stalkers. He needs to work on actually taking them out. There we go. He gets the magical shot off, and that will allow him to go ahead and take out those Broodlords. Interestingly, Stargate. There's no Stargate. Oh, there is a Stargate in production. Where is this said Stargate? Looks like that might be it. There it is. Stargate is there. Probably gonna either get Phoenixes or Void Rays to deal with those Broodlords. He doesn't have Blink, so he can't just warp in a bunch of Blink Stalkers to deal with it. Plus, he might want to keep the ground forces to Zealots. Run these guys out. A few Stalkers. So few Stalkers. This is a really unique PvZ. I just want to emphasize that some more. But now, oh no, WhiteRa's tech is going to be so vulnerable. These Lings are just evaporating these cannons. It's almost Brood War-esque, the fact that how much damage they're doing against those cannons, just cracklings against cannons, were an obscene battle in Brood War, and now we're seeing it in StarCraft 2 once more. But WhiteRa's we're going to take out this base. This is a very important base to take a look at all of the minerals that are left down here. We're seeing a complete and utter base trade between these two players as these guys, oh, this hatchery is there. So nice. But there is this Templar going to go ahead and get killed off with the Fungal Growth and the Infested Terrans. But WhiteRa's going to be able to take out this base. Wait, is this base too? We're seeing loweLy's going to move down here as well. This Stalker's going to go ahead and get taken out very quickly. Lings are going to start decimating these guys. Look how little health on the 65 health Nexus. Wow, 65 health Nexus. That is almost nothing. There are some Lings down here as well, but this Nexus getting targeted down, and it falls. Goodbye to this Forge. We're watching. Void Rays are being made, so it's going to help a lot against these units. There's not really any anti-air besides the Infestors, which can do a fair bit of damage, but right now WhiteRa is forced to pull back. He needs to do a ton of damage. Oh god, loweLy's got this base up. It's trying to get hit by those DTs, but it's still not dead. WhiteRa's in a tough spot. He's seeing Sidestorm on all those units, but there are Corruptors now on the field as well to deal with the single Void Ray. That Void will not be able to survive. It is gone. The Archon's being marked on the field, but right now it's a 40 food versus 44 food. Oh my god, wait, loweLy just creeped ahead of the food count, 53 to 44. Oh my god, oh my god. loweLy's got 3 Infestors left. Charge-Lot's killing off 1 Infestor. These other guys are going to be falling too as the charge reaches at the end of its cooldown. There it goes. but lowly is going to have to deal with some Immortals. We've got Stalkers, Zealots, and they're going to try and hit the goal now. WhiteRa is in an interesting spot. All these guys are getting hit. WhiteRa's got the charge, 3-2 upgrades. Lowly still has a lot of upgrades for his units as well, but he's still 3-2, so the upgrades are actually dead even. But oh god, Archons are so good, and look at this Immortal still alive with 14 health. The fact that that didn't go down is huge. Lowly's sending out a few of those Lings over there to the top right. There are no cannons, but there are 2 Zealots. Will they be able to win? No, the Adrenal Glands is just too good. That's what I'm creating with that. We don't know if that's actually the case, so I'm going to go ahead and hope that I sound smart when I say that. Now we're having Immortals and everything. This hatchery is going to fall. Down here, Zealots have finished off the hatchery at this gold base. WhiteRa's running around with so few units. 34 food and 22 food. This is insane. There are 2 Broodlords on the way, though. That might be enough to really, really help Lowly. Where are those Broodlords being morphed, though? That's what I want to know. Just dancing around trying to find them. Are they by the main base? I can't even tell. Where are they? Lowly, where are your Broodlords? I don't know, but right now, WhiteRa's running around with these guys, and there's a single Ultra over here. Looks like WhiteRa's going to pull back. He's going to be on creep, and he's going to get chased down. But Low's going to head and retreat with that. But there's a drop happening with this Overlord, and they're the Broodlords. Oh my god, the entire time they've been over here. I definitely should watch that. They're going to target down, finish off that, oh my god, Immortal falls. Oh no, WhiteRa needs anti-air. He's got enough to build some more probes, but oh god, instead he just went and lost a Stalker. He can't afford to do that. Oh my god, this is so close. The Lowly might just have too much of 2 good units, as he's got the Broodlords as well as that single Ultra, as well as those Cracklings. It's just so much damage. He might go ahead and kill off almost everything in WhiteRa. This, yeah, this is gonna fall, but oh my god, Lowly just picks up. He's got to be careful, though. If he loses one of those Overlords, that'll actually be big, but WhiteRa doesn't have Blink, so he's not going to be able to, or will he be able to? Oh, if he can get that one shot off, that'll be really big, and he can't. One more shot. Oh my god, Lowly keeps it alive. But there, the Broodlords, no, the Broodlords going to free hits on all of those Zealots, and oh no, this might be the game. This should be, Lowly just might have destroyed 2 strong units with a couple Broodlords and those Cracklings and Ultralisks. Archon is still there. It's going to help out WhiteRa, but he got attacked, so now it's lost shields. And the Broodlings are almost fully upgraded. Remember that they have the same upgrades as those Lings, and there they are. They're going to attack. 3-2 is so much damage. 7 damage, moving really, really quickly. GG from WhiteRa. Holy god, that game was beautiful. Oh my god, I've never seen a better game on Slag in my entire life. I can safely say that. So big ups to both of those players. That was great. WhiteRa finally got another pro battle. You can see that there's actually literally 0 drones on the field, and there's not enough to get another drone. So Lowly literally did that with the very minimum possible. WhiteRa, that was impressive. Lowly, that was ridiculous endgame management from the units. Wow, thank you guys so much for watching. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to another game.